we come back in this hidden headquarters cellar with Rowan and RL. Mr. Silence and the sneaky little deviants with him. What would you like to do, Rowan?
Well, I just told him I'm not going to bow down to him, so... And I'm not going to break eye contact if he were to become king.
He kind of looks over at RL. Looks over at his guys.
No. I'm sure you think I'm mad as a bag of ferrets and all that, but you gotta see it from my perspective. You know, when you got a prophecy like that one, you know, what's gonna happen? It's gonna happen. You know? So I've got the divine on my side, you know. Why would you go against that, you know? You talk about fate, you brought it up, and you gotta go against that. Why would you do that? I mean, I took you for a smart fellow, you know, but, you know, I'm starting to think that maybe you're a bit dead from the neck up, you know.
I just don't think a king would be that selfish.
It's not selfish. It pains me to have to do this, you know. It's a lot of lives, you know, but it's the cost. It's the cost of peace, you know.
The way to go
I'm sure
about
you've
it.
had to do things you weren't proud of, but it's for the greater good, you know.
Can't say that I have.
My high and mighty, aren't you?
Well, I do appreciate your time, but I think I have a mess to clean up now.
Right, you do. You gonna still go on over there?
Yeah, I have to.
Right.
There's people depending on me. And after what you just did, there's gonna be a bigger mess for cleanup. And I guarantee you're not gonna have a hand in it.
You know, this whole situation's gone to the dogs. And, you know, I thought we had something, you know? I thought we could have worked something out.
What did you have in mind?
Well,
I just needed your help getting me to the tunnel to get to the rings.
you're more than welcome to go over there on your own now. But, you know, something that's important to me, especially if I'm to be king of Delvernia, fuck of Aelos, you know, like, fucking loyalty. You know, and now I'm concerned that, you know, he's eyeballing me to fuck tits over there, and you know, I'm starting to think that I've made an enemy.
You made the wrong choice. They didn't make an enemy, but you made the wrong choice. You feel your decision was right. I can't wrong you for that. But I do myself feel that your decision was wrong. But I can't hate you for that, because you feel that's right. I was raised differently. I was raised in a different world. I don't understand. And I can't say that I'm trying to understand. But I do feel what your decision was wrong. And I can't stand behind that. No enemy made here. And Rowan's gonna kind of...
You know, you and me are no different, right? You know, right?
Oh.
You know, if I've lost the plot a bit, but remember what I said? It's just a fancy fucking ribbon in a bottle, that's all.
When I see
Oh,
your
piss
name
off!
when I see your name in the paper as king, I might say something different. But no king would stay underneath here, and no king would stay underneath here and be a coward. And Rowan's gonna walk away.
You hear slam on a table and just shatters this table.
Yeah, you know, I'm a lot of fucking things, but I'm not a coward.
Oh, what you did was cowardly.
You know,
He kind of storms over to you. You see RL kind of stiffen up a little bit, and
Rowan's
then
gonna.
he said, whoa, all right. You're no coward either.
Oh no.
I see that. You got balls. You know, you got balls. You know, the concern is, you got a little tiny prick, don't you? Right, so you make up for it with your balls, but you know, I bet when you pee, it's just a little trickle, isn't it? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
That makes you happy. Makes you feel any better.
It wouldn't make me happy, no. I'm fucking gutter over here. I mean, it rain pour. You know, it comes out like, you know, it's a bit of a problem, to be honest.
You know, size isn't everything. I can see you're probably compensating with that big old mace you get over there in that table now, don't you?
he still has it in his hand.
Oh.
He crushed the table.
No.
Rowan, you know, usually somebody would say something like that, and, you know, I'd make them eat their fucking words, you know, but something about you, you know, I like you, but what you're saying right now is really fucking disrespectful.
You just judged me. You don't even know me. Mine might be bigger than yours. You're jumping the gun, buddy.
All right, whip it out right now, then.
No, I have nothing to prove to
Fucking
you.
pull out your cock and let's compare them, then.
He's not laughing. I'm laughing, but he's not laughing.
You can.
All right, have you ever seen this cock?
Can see that I have. He's kind of hiding a smile behind his mask a little bit. I've never thought in my whole life I would see a literal dick measuring contest.
You know, it's nothing to it. You know, we just pull them out, you know, slap them on the table, and we'll, you know, measure them, you know.
Everyone's gonna laugh a little bit.
It's funny, isn't it? It's funny. See, you
is
know, we talk like this, man to man, you know, no bullshit. We get right to it, don't we?
Now, right to it. You agreed to help us get to the rings. Are you gonna follow
That was
through and
under
be a
the
man about it?
presumption that you...
I heard your prophecy. You may very well be the man of prophecy. I don't know. Time will foretell.
You know, what you gonna do if I am? And you...
I'll come
Hello.
knocking down your. I'll be coming on the kingdom door and asking to have a little bit of a measuring contest then.
Sorry. I would like to measure dicks with the king. Open up.
On that day.
Yeah, I suppose on that day, then. All right, then. Oh, you know, what's to say I help you, and then, you know, you just bugger off and you never help me to reach my end, you know. This prophecy stuff, you know, well, I'm confident now it won't work out, you know. I know that you got to utilize some tools.
So let me ask. What is your plan? What is your game plan to become the king? How? You're gonna handle this plague yourself? Mr. Silence?
I think
you
the
have
plague
any-
needs to play itself out.
It's not
It's
gonna
one
go
of
away.
those things in nature, you know. It's got to run a course, and then nature and fate are intertwined, you see. You know, what's meant to be will be.
Do you even know what it is?
The
Have you-
fucking plague, I don't know, makes them more mindless and mad, completely off the numbers.
No. There's things that will grow on top of people, and I cannot fathom to you what it will become. Monsters. Strong ones. Dangerous ones. And I'm telling you, you wouldn't last. And this doesn't mean I'm trusting your... If there was 3 of what I've dealt with, you would not last. And there's a city building as we speak of that. We're just only seeing the beginning. If you want
What's
to
your
gamble
plan,
on
then?
that, to stop the plague.
How are you going to do it any different than I would? And I've got fate and the divine on my side.
I'm going to stop it from growing. You're going to let it plan its course. It's going to get worse. I'm going to stop it.
All right, then I guess they need to change that last verse there. Bring forth the era of rowing, don't they? You're gonna be the fucking king. You're gonna be the hero, right? Ends all this plague.
Can't be. No king. No way. If I'm sitting down here just twiddling my thumbs, there's no way I can say I'm going to be king, but until a king would do something about it, right?
I've done something about it. I'm establishing a new world order. You know, it's got to run its course over there, and then, you know, you keep
Sounds like
those
to me-
walls hold, and where they're gonna go? They're all gonna be over there. And you know what you do? You know what a new kingdom is built upon? The ashes of the one that was there before. You know, you get fucking ashes.
Sounds like you're all
You
talk.
burn it all to ground.
You're all
That's what
talk.
you do.
You're all talk. You're going to let somebody else do your work. Make it happen.
No. When it gets to that point,
Rowan's going to continue to go back to the door now. He's going to...
when it gets
See?
to that point, I will drop the bloody fucking torch from the battlements. And when you're one of those crazy fuckers completely mad off his knobber over there in the city, you're gonna see that I am dropping this on the phone.
As you leave, Arel kind of trails behind you. What in the absolute fuck?
Guy's mad. I'm starting to think that pulley had no connection. I don't think so. I hope not. Is he following us?
No, he was just yelling from the inside.
Well, I trust you are.
I don't know what he did, but from the sounds of it, it seems like he just released them into the rings.
I hope not. We gotta get there fast. Do you have an idea?
We could try a different set of sewers. We could scale the wall. We might have to get past some guards.
Which way do you think is quicker?
Scaling the wall gets right to it. Perhaps avoiding the undead. Or whatever they are now.
Let's do that then. Let's do that. I can't. We wasted too much time talking to him. Perhaps caused
By
more
this point, it
danger.
is probably 9 p.m. Pretty late in the evening. As you guys kind of make your way through the streets, different guards kind of lighting the lanterns there. Roll me a stealth check.
Go.
Ooh, that was crappy, but he's a rogue.
Thank God. That's a natural 20 for Rowan.
Heck yeah. Following in his footsteps, you are shadows in the night. Kind of come to a point in the wall. And you see the guards up at the top, in the kind of in the moonlight. They're walking along the walls with torches. So you can kind of see as one of the torchlight leaves. They're probably going to want to synchronize this with as they pass by.
Right. I follow you.
He kind of throws up this grapple hook almost, and he gives it a tug. Climbs up. And looks at both sides. And then motions for you to come up.
Athletics.
Yes, please.
That is a 15 plus 5, so that is a dirty 20.
30, 20, easy enough. You climb up.
Alright. I'll follow him again. Not saying anything. Just letting him do his thing.
Roll me another stealth check. Jeez. He's rolling terribly, but he's a rogue.
So that is a 13 plus 4, so that's a 17.
17 you see as one of the guards kind of reaches the end, and RL kind of looks at you quickly, jumps to the other side, hangs off the wall. Give me an acrobatics check. You're going to basically wall hang off the other side of the wall.
Yeah. $18 plus 6, so 24.
And for you, both kind of cliff hang on the side of the wall as the guard turns around, heads back down the other side. Again, roll me a stealth check.
Dirty 20. 16 plus 4.
The guard kind of walks along, passes by you guys with his torchlight, kind of stops maybe 5 feet ahead of you guys, kind of peeks over towards the Hands district.
Fucking hell.
So,
Can I kind of... or I'm assuming we're in the Rings district now, right?
You are.
Can I look over and see any commotion or hear any commotion from where we are by any chance?
roll perception check.
Oh. That's a math 14.
What you hear a little ways back south, kind of the way you came. Kind of judging perhaps maybe where the other entrance would have eventually met from the other from the other side. You hear just this slightest little ringing bell.
And that's coming from the hands, correct?
This is from
The rings.
the rings.
Right, okay.
It's east, this side.
Okay. I'm going to say to Ara, you hear that?
I guess he wasn't bullshitting.
No,
I don't know to what end.
I don't either. But we should get there quickly. We got this far.
He kind of drops down.
I'll do the same.
Roll me an athletics check.
Because I don't think there's a rope for him to... Athletics, you said, or acrobatics?
Mhm.
Okay.
Take your choice.
I'm going to go with acrobatics on that one because I rolled an 11, so that would be a 17.
A little bit harder for you. You kind of, it was a long fall and you kind of hit.
You need to roll at the end of that. It will disperse the movement a little bit and not be so loud.
Sorry. I'll work on that. Lead the way. And I kind of like...
You can kind of see kind of off in the distance a little bit northeast, the braziers, that was pronounced, lit from the Order of Heroes. This particular Order of Heroes you've not been in, but been to before. The park outside of it, this little topiary park that they have with different bush sculptures of different heroes and that kind of tell stories of different legends and such.
Before we get out of the shadows, I'm going to suggest that we start wiping the dirt we put on our faces off.
Good idea.
So I'm going to take my inner shirt and kind of like pull it out and just really start taking off my face and my neck, and my hands really don't matter. They're just gloves. Not the whole finger gloves, but...
Come over here.
He kind of walks through kind of an alley or whatever, and you see there's actually a bathhouse kind of area. He kind of gets over, and there's like a little gate. Quickly picklocks it, and steps in.
I give
How's
him a
this?
puzzle. Quick bath.
Quick bath.
Kind of quickly wipes down, and
Ron's gonna do
he kind of wipes down a little bit and heads over to this little hamper and kind of change of clothes.
Ron's gonna pick a shirt and pants and
They look
boots.
like they're set to be cleaned, but cleaner than ours currently.
They
Yep.
were set to be washed and cleaned, but they are cleaner than what you guys were wearing in your nice.
Rowan's gonna take his clothes after putting on whatever clothes he finds, fancy clothes, I'm assuming. Do we have these in the back or something? Or we can leave them here and they can clean it and we come back. No, they'll know. That's fine. No, that's a bad idea. Bad idea. Rowan's gonna take his clothes with him.
Come along.
You guys kind of make your way through the street, heading northeast. Again, you see kind of this beautiful park, different flowers and stuff. It would be beautiful in the daylight, but even in the moonlight and the different torch lights that light up this topiary park. Again, these elegant sculptures of thick bush that are designed and to tell the tales of different legends and the different icons of the Order of Heroes.
Rowan's gonna kind of walk by it and a little bit of nostalgia because that was the last place.
You
That was
walk
where
by the bench that you sat. I guess more so it was a tree, wasn't it? That you were.
it was
sitting
it was
underneath
a
tree?
it was a bench under there was a bench like
Yes.
specifically underneath 2 trees that gave him shade when he just sat there and watched people walk by.
You remember the different scholars and excited students and different armor-clad heroes and different adventurers, all in the kind of familiar tans and light blue of the Order of Heroes. And you remember the face and the now understanding the context of the look that Jathril had as he came to meet you after consulting with the Order of Heroes for a while.
Things are much different now. Kind of thinking of the quiet guess boy that just did whatever Jethro said and never really said a whole lot. A new journey began here for me. Kind of nostalgic, I'm gonna say to RL as we kind of walk to the order.
New journeys
You
are
are
beginning every day.
Would you like to come with me?
I'm not much of a talker, but I'll listen.
Okay. Rowan is going to. He's going to be a little nervous, a little bit of butterflies, because he's never actually set foot. I don't think he's ever set foot in an Order of Heroes. So
He's not.
okay, and he's going to. Can he not? Would he know to knock, or would he just know just to go in? Would Rowan seeing Jethro?
Doesn't know.
I'm gonna knock. Kind of with like urgency. Kind of putting the vibes out there. This is urgent.
There's like a kind of a moment. And door kind of opens inward, and there's a guard there with kind of a halberd, kind of armor plated, kind of just a skull cap.
I need to speak with somebody. There's a sickness that is spreading. We need to get a handle on this soon. It's gonna get bad.
I'm pretty sure everybody's aware of that. But you can just come in. You don't need to knock.
Oh, I wasn't. And he's gonna just look to Aurel and just kind of, thank you. Gesture in.
He kind of bites on an apple.
Is there anybody of name that Rowan would remember that would be here from Jethro maybe talking about it? No. Okay.
He did.
Just
He
wait.
left you in the dark in a lot of it.
I know. I was maybe hoping there was something. Okay. I'm gonna look for somebody important. Somebody that looks like of stature.
Who do you need to speak to?
Somebody of power. Somebody who.
I mean, what more do you have to say that we don't already know?
Well, there's 3 days, and then they turn. Just about. And these things are not humanly.
We
They
know
are
all this.
ravenous. Okay.
We get the
And,
reports from the gate. Guards report.
An antidote needs to be made as soon as possible. If they sit
We've
for too
got our
long, they will
top
build.
researchers, from what I know, working on it. I mean, anything. It's actually, Aiden is in.
Okay. Well, what if I told you they might be coming to the rings?
We got it locked down.
Okay. There's got to be somebody else here I can talk to. Please.
I mean, there's a lot of important people here, but, you know, like... I mean, you can try. I'm not the gatekeeper here. I'm just...
Yeah.
You know.
Rowan's gonna try to find somebody else.
What's your name? Would they
My
expect
name's
you?
Rowan. I don't know. Don't think so. But my name's Rowan. And I'm gonna try to find somebody who will be a little bit more open to my conversation about an antidote, a speedy antidote, and letting them know that
Come
it's
on.
spreading faster than what they anticipate.
The halls are it's kind of this great hall that branches off into the different sections of the Order of Heroes. There's another guard, but he's kind of just like listening, chilling back at a table.
I'm gonna approach him. I need somebody who will listen to me when I say something needs to be done about this sickness. It's going to spread, and if it's nothing done about it now, it'll be way out of anybody's hands.
I got my job.
I'm gonna just kind of just go to slam on the desk and just turn around and just. Ugh. There's got to be somebody here.
You see is he kind of gives the other one a look. Kind of looks back at you.
You know, if it's that important, you should speak to Aiden. He's in town, so...
Aiden.
Styrian.
That is
Yeah.
the head. That is Asher's father. Yes.
Yeah. I know very well. He wouldn't have time to meet with me anyway.
He says it like kind of with a smile, like.
I'm sure he's, you know, love to hear it.
I'm sure. Rowan's kind of frustrated. Will walk away and walk out of the Order of Heroes. Once we get out and away where there's nobody around. Well, that's not how I imagined the whole thing to go down. Thought they'd be more open to the conversation. Can I hear for that ringing? The bell ringing at all? Is this still going?
Not from here. Aurel kind of.
You know what the problem was?
He kind of pulls out a dagger and like sticks it in your neck a little bit.
Tell me something important.
He kind of presses it a little bit further.
Tell me something important.
I don't know. I'm left-handed. I don't know.
That's very useful. And he kind of smacks your left hand. You see what just happened?
Urgency. Threat.
But it's the
What
Order
you
of
told them
Heroes.
is all stuff that they already know. They need to understand that the threat is very real, or they will not hear you.
Right. Put my foot down. All right.
Now listen.
Listen here. Rowan's gonna go back to those two. He's gonna go strictly to the one that's still eating the apple.
They were both eating apples. The one that was eating the apple and speaking to you over by the table, he's kind of like nibbling on the last bits of the core of the apple.
You got
I cannot.
news, Town Crier?
Yeah, it's coming. And Rowan's gonna take his swords and slam him on the table.
He kind of
And-
stands up and what the fuck?
You need to expedite an antidote. Otherwise, this is gonna be bad. And I'm going to
He kind of. I'm just a guard.
find somebody who I can talk to.
He kind of looks at the other one. Roll an intimidation check.
With advantage?
With advantage, yes. Go ahead.
Wait. Advantage. The advantage works on this campaign is what?
What?
Is it two dice rolls or is it the advantage?
It's-
How the
you
rolling
roll
is?
Just
two die.
advantage.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, 16 is my highest. Intimidation. Oh, it's a 16. It's a flat 6.
16, they kind of look at each other. All right, put those away and come down. He kind of puts his sword back.
I'm gonna put mine away.
So now I'll grab somebody for you, right? But I mean, they're just going to be bothered unless you got something else to tell them. And he kind of heads over and heads down and out a thing. You kind of sit there, heads down a hallway, and you kind of sit there with the first guard that you interact with. He's kind of awkwardly. He's still got like a half-eaten apple. You guys kind of just stand there for a bit of time.
I
Arwell
was just
kind
gonna
of starts
stand
to
there.
kick the ground like and
Rowan's gonna kind of stand there, just kind of with his arms crossed and looking down the way that the guy left.
a little bit of time passes and brings somebody this kind of elven woman. She wearing kind of these tan and blue Order of Heroes robes. Just kind of like mixing this little potion thing or whatever, and heads over to you guys. You needed to speak with somebody.
Yes. Good evening. My name is Rowan. I need to speak with you in regards to this plague that's going. And I'm gonna kind of like look around, if you don't mind going somewhere a little bit private. Or here's fine. Actually, here's fine. Okay. It's not what you guys think. There's magic involved. Necromancy.
Like a magical disease.
Yes. And there's nothing that can be done about it. Right now. That's why I'm telling you guys to handle now. I've seen a monster from this sickness under an basement of an apothecary in the hands. It was a dead body. Spores that had like mushrooms all
Like
over his body.
corpse shrooms.
I wish I could be specific. I don't know, but there was these things growing on it, and it emitted this powder. This, what did Kuran call them? Spores.
Yeah, that sounds like corpse shrooms. What does that have to do with this plague?
It spreads that way as well. A friend of mine who wasn't sick is now sick because of it. 4 of them now, actually, are sick.
Sorry. The rest of the party's like, no. No. Rowan has it wrong.
Apparently. Okay. Well,
That's okay. She's confused too with this information.
anybody want to help me out then?
They were two separate
yeah,
diseases.
We're literally not there.
Yeah, you're okay.
Yeah, obviously,
You're fine. We're not-
metal-wise,
we're not
it
okay.
could just be a player misunderstanding, but the fungus stuff is a different disease, and in hopes of curing this plague cursed disease. So you would know at least that much. That is a cursed disease. The fungal infection is something that we were hoping would cure the. Because the corpse shrooms are the only things known to remove a cursed, because it is a cursed disease. This plague is a cursed disease.
Go with that then. I don't fucking know.
That's-
Let's go.
You know corpse shrooms too.
So let's just say
Amount-
that Rowan said exactly what Holson said, because you know what? I'm gonna just let's go with that.
You're good. You're good. We were just. You're okay.
The rest of the party's like,
You're good. Good job. Proud of you.
Sorry, there's a lot to keep track of. What's going on?
I'm gonna be honest. Rowan doesn't have a fucking clue because he's gone for most of these conversations. So
Was he there for the cursed
so
disease
he
part?
would not have been initially, but when you guys
Yeah, he
came, we
would've
would
got
have
filled in.
explained why you were here and going into the basement, which Amansar and Karun both did know what corpse rooms are in the first place, so we would have elucidated that to you as well.
but the
so.
necromantic spell part.
Sure. let you guess that.
Necromancy.
That was immediate.
The corpse
When-
shrooms have no
Okay, let's not.
necromantic.
Let's just go ahead and move on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good.
I'm
You're-
frustrated. You're frustrating it. Let's go.
Get out of the order, okay? You're talking madness.
Right.
No, okay. There's a lot to keep track of. Yes, there's two different diseases, a bunch of different people. It's okay. It's okay. So, you relay the fact that it is a cursed disease, which is news to her. She does not realize that it was a cursed disease. And that's where she kind of draws the link. So, you would need corpse shrooms to remove the curse and then be able to cure the disease. That's terrible. I've never heard of anything like that. How did you learn about this?
Firsthand. Apothecary.
What apothecary?
Whatever the guy's name is.
I'm
Amazar.
on, sir. So he knew that would work. What are you saying?
I said, push that bitch under the bus. Throw him under the bus. Fuck yes, he knew. Sorry.
He was recently removed from the Rings district, and I know he was very unhappy about that. But there was an
And
incident with
He's using it as leverage to get back into the rings. That's where I found that body. Was in his basement.
he's definitely took
Did
a
his assistant.
downward turn since his daughter.
Daughter.
There was an incident. Long story short, his daughter, on one of his expeditions looking for rare ingredients, they ran into a Kaleg, which is a creature that can turn people to stone. And unfortunately, his daughter was a victim of that, and this was some time ago. He then shifted all of his focus in finding some kind of cure, and Unfortunately, the experiments were a bit extreme, and I don't agree with this. I think that what the Quarter Crown did was cruel to take a man's hope away, but they barged into his shop in the rings and destroyed the stone form, the statue of his daughter, and crushed it into dust. But I don't think it worked. I think he still had hope. He carries around the dust and now is, I guess, condemned to the hands as he looks at it.
Well, you guys actually created a monster on accident. Because he is a very selfish man. My friends and I, we've tried talking him into helping. He doesn't care.
We wanted to help at the Order of Heroes, we did, but at the end of the day, the Quarter Crown is still head over both us and the Temple of Light, and though we all have our bickering and we all have our say in things, the Quarter Crown ends up having the final say, and unfortunately that's not always good. I don't know what hope he has for Dust, but I wish him the best. And hopefully he is redeemable.
My gut says no. Unfortunately. I look for the best in people, but there was no talking to him. But I could be wrong. But that is why I'm here. Because he's not willing to help. Or if it is, it's on his own pace. But I'm here to stop it from spreading and creating a little bit of urgency in the matter.
There's a couple of us working here tonight, but I'll take that information. We'll get working on as much as we can. We definitely have to send out a crew to go get somehow find some corpse shrooms. We don't have any on hand. We'll get to work on that. You see, walking down the hall is the kind of, you don't necessarily recognize him. Maybe you've seen statues, but you see what you can almost kind of conjecture is Aiden Asterian. Walks down the hall.
Rowan, if he looks at Rowan, he's just gonna nod his head and just.
He kind of walks by and kind of puts a hand on the woman's back.
Good evening, Ida. What is going on?
He kind of steps over and reaches his hand out to shake.
To me?
Yes.
Yeah, Rowan will kind of just nervously just wipe his hand on his shirt and then shake his hand out. I'm sure it's a little sweaty. I'm Rowan.
Nice to meet you, Rowan. I am Aiden Asterian.
I just wanted to create a little bit of urgency on the plague that is spreading currently.
I know our alchemists and arcanists are working on it almost day and night. I believe that Ida here will solve this.
I filled her in on what my party, my friends and I found out. So hopefully more can be done. And not saying in a more efficient manner. And I mean that in no disrespect. I just want to help.
Anything that we can further along the research will be very helpful. Thank you, Rowan.
Absolutely.
And you? Arel kind of looks up. Name is Arel. I'm not from around here. Nice to meet you, Arel.
Oh. Thank you for your time tonight. And Rowan's going to kind of look over to the two guards.
They're kind of... Albert's.
I need to get to my friends fast. So thank you.
Take care.
Rowan will turn around and start walking out. Nothing more to say to this celebrity. So.
Okay, I helped. Okay, bye.
Yeah, essentially.
Peace out, Papa Asterion.
Papa Asterion. You met him. Hey.
I know. Met the king, the man himself.
The headmaster of the Order of Heroes. So yeah, you guys make your way back through the topiary park as the night kind of solidifies into darkness. And as you guys make your way, what way would you like to leave?
Rowan's gonna stop, and he's gonna turn to RL. Should we warn them about the possible infected that was unleashed in the rings?
Might not be a bad idea. We don't know how much Mr. Silence was bullshitting, but I don't know what that bell is about.
Rowan is gonna quickly turn around, and how far? I'm sure Aiden probably would have walked away, but Rowan is going to go back to the guards and just say,
one of them, as you walk back in, one of them kind of losing that posture.
You again?
you guys might want to put a little bit more guard out if you guys can. Just in case more of the infected get it.
We are, just Order of Hero guards?
Yeah. We'll maybe talk to the town's guard?
Town's guard. Okay. Well, just so you guys are aware as well. Keep up the good work.
Kind of shakes his Howard at you.
I don't know where the town's guard is up there. We'll have to go find it.
Of moseying around, you eventually run into one of the town's guard. How can I help you?
Might want to post some guards up by the sewers.
Sewers.
Yes.
We got a guy
Around.
there, no?
Put more. If you can, get more guard out and have more patrols. Just in case.
Something wrong? You eat something you shouldn't have. He kind of
No. That sickness is no joke.
This guy's so funny.
Just on the high of caution.
All right. Yep. I'll put that at my end of shift report. One also has an apple.
There's a man in the sewers named Mr. Silence that might have let the infected in. And Rowan's just gonna walk away.
The what?
The infected. Just don't know if he was bluffing or not, but he said he was going to.
All right.
I just need to get back to my friends. I'm going to turn to RL and say,
Yes, let's just get out of here. Perhaps we swing by the sewers and see what that is.
can we go out the way that or head to the direction in which the bell was ringing at?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm going to do
You
that.
guys can make your way through the different streets and city. The little bell sound is faintly heard as you get closer. A very light bell. As you get closer. You hear a kind of these drunken gurgles of like a man kind of
I slept through that one, didn't I?
and then he kind of tugs on this rope. As you round the corner, you see him tug on the rope, kind of. And then a couple seconds later, the bell stops. And the gate to the sewers is open. He kind of tosses the lock up over the wall.
Do I recognize the guy?
Nope. Just he is a guard. Seems like he's in guard attire. And then you see as he kind of tosses his helmet off and throws this halberd aside and kind of drunkenly climbs this rope.
I'm going to run up behind him and pull him, grab his belt and just kind of pull him down.
Oh, shit was that, mate?
You don't happen to have a spare lock, do you?
Oh.
Hey, mate. He points over. There's a this little nook behind a tree and like this little basket of like flour or grains, and there is kind of two boots kind of sitting up, and behind there is just like a naked leg. As you peer over more, you see it is just a man in his skivvies.
Is he
This
dead?
guy,
Do I see blood?
no.
Okay. RL, do you mind watching over this guy? Really quick. I got some questions, but I need to get this door locked.
You hear as this other bell stops there is a almost like church bell kind of off in the distance. Dong, 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 dong. Ringing. Sasan, you might want to get out of here. You hear from within the sewers. This time almost running west to east as they are much closer than they were before.
Can I quickly look around for something to bar the gate with?
Roll me a survival check. As you're doing this, they are right up
Natural
to the gate.
natural 20.
Natural 20. The quickest thing you can think of with that is you take a knife, cut off the guy's belt, like rip it off real quick and tie it around the gate just as quickly as possible. And then as you do that, right through the other side of the gate.
We're taking him with us. Ariel, would you mind? I'm kind of gesturing him to kind of knock him out or dispatch or.
He kind of, the drunken guy kind of walks over and Ariel kind of puts his hand over by his face. And then just like goes like this, and the man collapses and kind of loses consciousness, and RL kind of is okay, and kind of cricks his neck a little bit, and the guy breathes again.
That'll keep him out for a little bit. I don't know how long you need.
Okay. We're gonna need him to talk to the town's guard. We need to let the town's guard know that they're right there. They're coming. I don't know how long that's gonna hold. And Rowan's gonna soldier fireman carry this guy on his shoulders and run to that town's guard that we just spoke to.
Oddly enough, glancing back at the people that were reaching through, the infected that were reaching through, you see they're no longer reaching through, they're not pushing through, they're very calmly.
It's weird. It's very weird. But we need to let them know that they're right at the gate. No.
RL kind of,
I don't think we have much time.
you see as he looks towards the gate again, and the one that was just calmly hyperventilating. unties the belt.
Oh,
We have
God.
to go.
Yeah, and Rowan's gonna book with RL. Book it.
You're still holding the guy on your shoulders?
At this point, I want to say fuck him.
You will be
Rowan.
running at half speed. And
Yeah, Rowan's gonna drop him. And he's
Okay.
gonna say as he does it, sorry, and he's gonna kind of throw him and run.
the
he's gonna-
one at the gate swings it open and slowly kind of walks out. Takes off in a dead sprint towards you guys, immediately stops at the unconscious guard, jumps over
I'm gonna
top of him and starts clawing him as you guys take off, and then you see more pour out of the sewers into the rings. Let us go!
Rowan's gonna
And RL and you take off. We're gonna come back to the other party. the rest of the party. They can think.
Big brain zombies.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so is the hand overran then, or they just skipped the hand and they went straight for the rings?
They didn't go to the hands.
Mm-hmm. They went to the output of the sewers from the upper class district of the rings and infiltrated. So they're basically coming out on the inside. Just
Cool.
They didn't necessarily try the rings because not only did he lock it and bend that bar over, he draped over that cloth so that it was completely dark on that side. So that like they would turn and look down that alley of the sewer and see that it was just blocked off. So it's like they didn't even try. And there was also a bell ringing on the other side.
mm-hmm.
Party. What would you guys like to do? Where were we at with you guys? Man, splitting the party. Woo.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the pretty awkward split right now.
Oh yeah, that's right. We return to Asher.
Well, Asher's gonna look over at Corey and be like, has Rowan tried to contact you?
He came by and grabbed Aurel, but that was a while ago. I think they
shit.
went over to the rings.
Yes, we sent them hopefully to get help from the Order of Heroes. I was hoping to get some news by now.
I haven't heard anything.
Okay, well, are you all okay here? I really need to return to everyone at the shop.
You see as Siora kind of flips up a dagger and catches the blade, flips it up and catches the blade. I think we have it under control.
Well, okay. I need to run, but if we are at Amansar's, if you hear anything from Rowan, Corey, I believe you more than capable of getting there undetected.
I could come with you.
I don't want to put you in that danger because there's a chance of infection. And then you're I will talk about that later.
She's kind of
If things get bad, tell Rowan where we are. I know he's okay, but get out of the city.
all right. Be safe.
And I'm just gonna go up, give her a hug and a kiss, and be like, don't take risks. Play it safe. And then I'm gonna head back to the group.
Okay. This was in the morning that you did this?
Yeah.
Yes, you did this in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm
we talked like a little bit
confused.
after
There's
waking
so
up,
much
and
going
then
on.
he took off.
Okay, so you woke up and then took off.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
all in the
right.
morning still.
Yes.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
So you were in the morning. Rowan is.
That's
at
why I
night
didn't
still.
Rowan is
Specifically-
still at night. Yeah.
That's why I didn't specifically say, hey, go message Rowan right now, because time
That's-
paradox.
That's actually one thing I do want to clarify. Is this the night of the next day that Rowan is in, or is this the night that we have already
This is
slept
the night
through?
that you've already
Rowan's
slept through.
Okay,
You guys
so
are
yeah,
This
currently
isn't how to sleep
sleeping.
yet.
So yeah, now we're actually ahead of time from where we just were. Cool. That's it.
And I almost just created a time paradox.
Steak, you created a time paradox.
Yeah, seriously.
This is why you don't split the party, and on different timelines. I didn't split the party. You guys did. I allowed it.
Can't deny it.
It made sense though. So I guess I just hope you guys aren't bored, in the between times. Anyways, back to your party. Unless there was anything you would like to do. Asher shows back up. Maybe an hour later.
Run. Those Nearmains came. They're tied up currently, but
I see. Ciora was able to subdue them. Good. Well, I certainly would like to catch up with at least one of them, but that will have to wait till after I can make sure that we'll survive the next few days. Did anyone get hurt?
I can't speak for the Nearmain, but
At this point, if they didn't look damaged or deceased, I don't really care.
Where is Rowan? Did they not make it back?
they haven't heard from Rowan yet. But
It's been
I
over 12
have
hours.
faith. I told Coria if she hears anything to come by.
Okay.
She wanted to come with, but
Did Durrell end up taking the other stone from Coria, you said?
no, she still has it.
Did she try to speak?
She talked with him a little bit, but she hasn't heard from him today.
I see. I've made no progress. Yeah. Ace, how are you doing?
I need both of you to roll me Constitution saving throws.
$18. 15 plus 3.
15.
Both of you. Dominicus, yours a little bit more aggressive. Begin to cough. Coughing fit, the blood coming up. Dominicus, that's going to be 6 points of necrotic damage. And Karan, that'll be 5 points of necrotic damage.
About as well as I feel. I see. You need to not overexert yourself.
If I'm going out, I need to go out on my terms.
You're not going out. Not yet. I'm not giving up yet.
Amansar,
Yes, dear.
how are you doing? Are we getting closer? What's the progress? What do you need? Come on, chop chop. We're running out of time.
I have tried a lot of. Well, I have tried a lot of different things. I still have a lot of tests to conduct.
Do you think you might have come up with anything that might help just push it back a little bit?
I'm afraid it either works or it doesn't.
If it doesn't, is it nothing? Or is it fatal?
I don't know if it is necessary that you die before it takes you. I think it takes you at the edge of your life.
I meant, if the cure that you're working on, that you're experimenting with, doesn't work, does it do nothing to the subject? Or is it fatal to them?
I can't be for sure, but I don't imagine it would be good. You're messing with corpse rooms. Those are either the most deadly or the most efficacious of ingredients.
I'm aware of the risks of the ingredient, but I know not enough of what formula you're working with. Also, just to segue real quick, because I don't think we actually touched on this. Was there anything that we garnered over the course of the night of looking?
I told
the
you
notes?
some stuff. Remember, it was just a little bit that it seemed like he had a list of ingredients, a bunch of different
Yeah,
stuff,
list of
some stuff that
ingredients,
you
but there
knew,
wasn't
some stuff
anything
that-
as far as Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Um, if it will help expedite this, I'd be willing to let you test. You do need to eventually test on a live subject. And I accept the risks.
You know that
If it
there is a lot
helps.
of risk involved with that.
I don't know much about these corpse rooms, but are they magical in nature?
In a way, yes, they only grow on things that are necrotized, so the necrotic magics are an inherent part of the fungus.
It is more so that they are a natural thing that consumes in our arcana.
So it's the invert. They are actually imparting it into rather than feeding off of.
It is, they release, but they don't necessarily contain a necrotic energy, if that makes sense. So they will release, some kind of chemical reaction and ends up releasing a necrotic energy.
Okay, so the spores themselves, when they propagate,
The spores
they're
are
not
natural.
necrotic.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well,
And
there is actually, let me get this correct. There is
that's why
there is no
mushroom do?
magical aspect to the corpse rooms. They are a natural phenomenon.
Okay. All right. So then there isn't the resultant necrotic element is actually not magical.
It's natural.
Is what you're saying. It's natural. Okay. So
Oh,
Briar,
go ahead.
Briar's gonna message Ace. So don't speak out loud, but I'm pretty sure we could use a little bit of leverage if you coughed your blood all over him. Then he happened to get sick. He is on a timeline, is he not? Oopsie.
Asher's gonna look around and be like, those corpse rooms, I have a spell that could purify food. Do you believe that might do anything for the potency?
my concern would be that the corpse room has the ability in its natural state to nullify a curse in this case. If I'm understanding that correctly.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
That is the
I w-
main use of the ingredient, or the
I
known
would
use.
worry. I would worry that if we were to purify it of any toxins that might be within the spores, that it would lose its efficacy rather than increase it. But
Would you feel safe trying that? Amansar, you might know this more than either of us.
Unfortunately, it is a double-edged sword. It is the toxin that is also the efficacious part. Remove the toxin.
remove the
It's
efficiency.
probably just mushroom.
I believe we gathered enough that we could try if we want, but I think you and I have deduced the same conclusion. We'd be destroying that which we need from the mushroom.
What have you said you've been testing it? What are you exactly testing it on? If not people. You've got 2 willing subjects. At least 1 willing subject. What are you testing it on?
It is less testing it on subjects and testing the chemical makeup of it.
On what?
When you know what you're looking for, as I'm sure Karan and Ashra can testify, you know when you have the concoction correct. When you are studied in something like this.
I understand that you don't need to talk down to me.
I'm
I
not
asked
talking
you a
down
very
to you. I'm
simple
just
question,
saying.
Amansar.
Have you ever baked a cake?
Oh my god, what, a woman in the kitchen? I swear to god, I'm about
That
to
is
take
not
this
my
urn
point.
and
My
smash it against the wall.
Point is that if it's mushy and gooey, it is not a cake. It is a pudding. And you did not put the ingredients in the right order. I'm looking for consistency. Yes, Karan.
Well, he more so he's trying to gesture to like just to get the two of them to stop. Like,
You know you'd move a lot faster if you would just let Corona and Asher help you.
I would move a lot faster if you would stop barking down my ear. I've work to do.
You see, he kind of walks over to that jar again and kind of opens it up.
Is that where you're keeping?
No, this is unrelated. This is a necessary thing I must do daily. Different project I'm working on.
I think you should stop worrying about other projects and worry about the focus on hand.
You know, I think I might take a break. Maybe you should
You
too.
know,
You look like you're not feeling so well.
You feel
I'm gonna
like
walk up to
coughing
him
fit as well.
and I am going to cough, and I'm gonna spit blood right in his face. Maybe you should hurry up. And he's gonna and Ace is gonna walk out of the store.
That looks like a nice consistency to me.
you're saying that to him or to Ace?
I'm saying it to Amansar.
I didn't think you would understand.
I mean,
He sits
do
down.
anything, right? You had a partner downstairs. You weren't afraid to do things. Now, for once, you are the test subject. Congratulations. And she's just gonna walk away. Last word. Bye, bitch.
He doesn't get up. He remains seated.
Is there a chair next to him or near him?
Sure.
I'm gonna sit down in it.
You may do so.
Sorry. I'd like to walk out and kind
thought
of
you already
look
did.
around. Yes, okay.
Okay.
I'm walking out, but I want to look around kind of at the other buildings, see if there's people. Is there people around
Streets are pretty empty.
the street? What about the guards?
You sit there long enough, you'll see guards every now and then walk by.
Don't seem to be affected the same way I am, coughing and of the such.
Does anybody seem to be sick?
Yes.
Nope.
Okay.
Not in here.
Yeah. Ace is just trying to find somebody that he could possibly help. Like, I don't know. It's knowing that he is already infected. If they're infected, trying to take care of them kind of thing. That's what I was kind of going.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately, there is nobody.
Yeah.
Not at least in the immediate vicinity that you can tell. What would you like to do, Karan? Just sit beside him?
No. I'm assuming he's probably would look at me sitting down. I don't know if he's going to question anything immediately. So I will look towards him.
You have something to say as well about my progress so far?
I think that we can speak a bit more scientifically about this. I understand that you want to keep your discoveries yours. And I'm sure that you empirically can understand why I would be vested in your success here. I'm willing to do whatever I can to aid in your discovery, even if at the very least be your timer. At least you'd be able to see how things progress. And you have my arm if you need it. But if for a moment you will consider, I'm willing to offer what I can to more directly assist. And I apologize if my friends are abrasive. We're all under a lot of stress.
He kind of holds his hand up. You see the blood that he wiped off his face.
Obviously, I have a vested interest in this as well. I will solve this. But you have to understand, I've been fucked over so many times. I now have knowledge and power, and I intend to use it so that I am not fucked over in the end.
Asher's gonna speak up and be like, everybody in this group has been fucked over in some way. The only reason these two are sick is because they tried to help. And they've been fucked over, as you say, with this curse.
You
And if you want
both seem to be the most level-headed of all. Can you ensure my safety at the end of this?
We have been trying to tell you this since...
I don't know, your other friends there seem like they might want to kill me as soon as I solve their little problem.
No, we will... We ensure your safety. They will not harm you.
Is there an element of deception in this? And I will roll an insight check. Because you guys have said stuff outside of this. That is...
Asher's not deceiving. Like, he'll stand up. Like, he's putting his word on it.
Karan doesn't want to hurt him. He doesn't really want to hurt anybody ever. It just turns out that way sometimes.
just
he'll do what he can.
Yeah.
Yeah. And outside of certain compulsory influences he may have experienced in the day. Yeah, no, so he's not trying to deceive in. He would probably attest to not having him be physically harmed or slain, unless he, presents something else that would make us think.
Do you understand where I'm coming from?
What do you think,
Look
Sky?
at me.
I'm out. You don't need to hear me.
Oh yeah, you left, didn't you? You left.
Yeah,
You're not
no,
here
I left. Okay, we were nice to this guy in the beginning. He has been nothing but a prick at every single turn, talking down to people. He's lucky I
Yeah.
don't make him into a cake. Okay, I'm a little
now.
heated.
Turn him into a cake.
Yeah, I mean, as much as he's been a total fucking douche, no, we didn't want to kill him. We just need the cure, and he's like leverage. So fuck him.
Leverage.
Like,
I don't have a
He has a
timeline.
very thick wall, and it takes a lot of chipping to break it down. Maybe, apparently, who knows? Our characters don't know, but players learn a few things about him. But Karun would probably respond.
fuck, I wanted to grab that urn and just knock it over. I just, as I was walking out.
Yep.
That would be interesting if you had done that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Look at me. You think that I'm not at least a bit familiar with persecution? You have my word, and I do understand at least some angle of what you might be experiencing.
He stands up, moves over to the alchemy stuff, begins working some more. You that left outside, you kind of hear off in the distance. From the ring side, horns blaring and warning bells jingling, bit of commotion at where the gate would be from the rings across the bridge.
Briar's going to make her way up to the roof to try to get a better vantage towards that area.
I'd say easy enough. You managed to make your way up there, and what you see from your perch, kind of jumping to another roof to see the entrance, you see several guards on this side, on the hands, and the gate, metal bars of the wall there, or the gate, and people reaching through. Help us, please! Help! Let us in! From your perspective, not infected, you see as this crowd of people tries to come in from the other side of the rings, running along the bridge there, crossing the river. A crowd of people moving towards this crowd. A little bit of a strange movement. Running towards them.
Who is this for?
This is for Briar.
Yeah, so I was outside. The bell started tolling, so I went up on the roof and made my way to the gate, and I can see people reaching through. That's the catch-up. So if you were outside, would you have come with me?
If you would inform me, yeah.
Okay, so it looks like we have a lot of people trying to get in through a gate and then a weird group running towards them. Uh,
Yeah. I'm gonna. What are the guards doing around the gate?
They're
Um,
watching.
From it's a good bit away. She was watching from a perch, so she could see this like a good distance away. The guards are not letting them in.
Okay, I am gonna take off towards the gate.
Be careful not to get close to anybody.
Fuck them.
As you get to the gate, you see the crowd in a frantic panic as the people at the front of the gate are trying to plead to the guards to let them in. And the guards, "We're sorry, we can't let you in. It's too late." And you see kind of behind the crowd, some of them fall one by one as they're being clawed at by another group.
Fuck. God, Ace would open that gate.
What are you doing?
How close? There's no distance between them, right? Like literally, they're trying to push the gate open, and there are the infected pushing into them.
They're
Right?
like right
Pushing
on
into
him.
them, yes. Taking them out slowly. Chipping away to the front of the crowd.
I don't want to give.
What are you doing? Watching?
I want to look for one that's furthest away from, like, not getting touched by an infected, but like close to the wall where they could like touch it or the gate. But I need to be like within 60 feet of them to do this. I'd like to levitate a person and try to save them, just like get them high. So that maybe they could like grip onto the wall and try to like pull themselves over, just like try to save one
There's
person.
a woman, and you see her reaching through the bars, kind of just with two hands kind of squeezing through the bars, and she's holding a baby. Reaching through the...
Wait, if the baby's through the bars, like the
grab
baby, I don't need to levitate it. We can just.
You can still
You
levitate
can't.
somebody else, though. Yes.
I'm not grab. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
fuck.
no.
Right, grab it.
Yeah, fuck everybody. Fuck levitation. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna get down and I'm gonna grab the baby.
Does any guards come towards her?
They hesitate. Like one of them steps forward, but then kind of stops and lets her.
Okay. She's just gonna
The
look at
woman
Ace.
on the other side. Take care of them.
Fuck,
And
dude. Trauma.
Briar's gonna lean. Fuck it. Briar's gonna hold the baby. She's gonna lean into the woman, and she's just gonna say, "Listen, make it look like you're climbing. Don't let those fucks touch you." And she's going to cast levitate. Fuck it.
You begin to levitate. Or she begins to levitate. She kind of grabs the bars and climbs. Go ahead.
I'm gonna cast my vision, to see if her or the lady or the baby are infected. As I can see Briar possibly going over to her.
They do not appear to be.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
As she climbs over, one of the guards at the top kind of sits there. She climbs over and like stares at him a little bit. He reaches out his hand and pulls her up. as the last few people at the front get pulled away from the gate. And the blood-covered faces of the infected. Help us! Let us in! And that is where we will pick up the next session.
Holy.
That will be several weeks from now because we have a couple one-shots coming up, guys. Which would be a lot of fun if you were there for our last one. Good times. This. Whew. How you guys doing?
Trauma.
Fire almost just adopted a child.
Nope.
That's why she's like, you're coming with
What?
us.
She's like,
What
Nope,
I
I'm not
wanted
doing
to
that.
do, what I wanted to do was try to levitate the gate, but they were on him. I'm like, there's no way, because then they just like tumble in, and then that risks everybody. So I'm like, I'll take the football. I'm not keeping the football. I'll give it to somebody. But like, ugh.
It's terrible. There's nothing Ace can do.
Mm-mm.
Boy, I can only imagine what's going on with Rowan right now at that juncture.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a little bit of clarification on that. A little confusing, but
What's confusing?
the timelines.
Mhm.
They're very. They don't. We'll talk off the
Mhm.
stream.
So, okay,
Specifically.
if everybody else is confused as well, Rowan is still kind of in the late night.
It's like
Mhm.
early morning.
Yes.
Mhm.
And it is very early morning. We're talking like 6 or 7. The sun has just come up over here. And so it's not that far. We're talking maybe the difference 5 to 6 hours. So, well,
I
yeah.
guess my question will be a little bit more in depth because of the two different timelines that we just
Yes.
did.
Like,
I think
we don't know what happened in Rowan. So
Well-
what if, yeah,
that's the big cliffhanger.
that's
What happened in those 5 hours to Rowan?
Yeah, you see in the crowd of infected Rowan. I'm just
Oh, God, no.
We don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know that. We will find out.
Rowan and Ariel. Or Arrow.
All right.
Arrow.
Yes.
Yeah. Arrow.
So, everybody, thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it. We're gonna do the thing that we do, which is the thing. Yeah. Next Sunday will probably be a one shot, and then the next Sunday will be a one shot, and then we'll come back to this. So, yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Love-
3
3
weeks.
weeks. 3 weeks. Yeah,
3
third week
weeks.
is the week that'll happen.
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
weeks in
Mhm.
between.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
So, yeah. You know, impending doom. No big deal. Love you guys.
All in days work.
We're gonna do the thing. You guys both did it at the same time. That was really neat. Wait, I'm sorry.
Coordination.
There. Stick around. We're gonna go show somebody some love.
Mhm.
Bye.